And I think pretty much everything should be good, up and running. And oh, okay, so when I was launching the game, we were like scrolling through the menu, right? There's some things that like open here, right? And I didn't see that the menu tied to those things, right? So the first thing that I clicked on was electric box, wondering if this was some type of secret, but I just made myself upset. But yeah, I know today was supposed to be scheduled for Hollow Knight, right? But I'll be honest. I'm not looking forward to fighting the Radiants, at least not this week. No, it's been a little. It's not like anything bad has happened, which is good. But like, I guess. Usually, I guess I just go like on not adrenaline rushes, but like for my Shenanigans to the nuts. So I'm just kind of enjoying the fact that like we're just kind of able to relax a little bit. The establishment. Oh, the end of your run. No survival included. Oh. So, yeah, and you know, I did mention the streams are just gonna be in general shorter, right? So there is something I had to do, or that I'm going to do, later on, right? And just to make sure that like I'm not rushing myself and like I'm prepared beforehand, yada yada, because you know we have to give time to Shenanigans, just in case. Yeah, just decided that like, oh, I'm not too sure how long it will take me to fight the Radiants, right? So we'll like put that off for another day for next week, and we'll do like a game that's shorter, like maybe a lot of reading, right? And like maybe it can be long depending on how much you survive, right? But in general, like the runs are typically like an hour or so, more or less. So we'll see, we'll see. I know a little bit of this game just because I'm watching other people play it. So we'll just go with Scavenge. We'll go with Dolores. Exploration time. We'll go with the standard difficulty, just so that we get what the spirits is supposed to be like, and hopefully we'll see how it goes for us. Cause this game does have like randomness, and like it's hard to figure out like. Oh, it's Timmy. Okay, so I can grab him like that. Oh, not being able to. There we go. Mary Jane's right there. Just push her in. What the heck are these notes? Oh, they're bullets. Hatchet. I need to go pick up Ted. Where is Ted? See his silhouettes. Oh boy. I'm like crashing into several things. Is there anything else I can pick up? No, just Just... Okay. So, I'm not even too sure if I got like a good amount of things, right? Because I was having like some difficulty with the controls right there at the start. I think a lot of soup, not a lot of water. Oh? Yeah, ooh. I wasted a lot of time. Wait. Save right now? Did they just have me run through the tutorial? Regardless? I guess they did. I'm a little confused. What happened there? No survival included. Supplies. Is it the apocalypse experience? Alright, we'll try this again. Oh, so you can practice some of the other game, parts of the game. Between like trying to gather the supplies and between like so there's the kids. The kids. Oh, there's a medkit there. And I had to drop them at the door either. Need to find little Timmy. It's little Timmy. Oh gosh. Wasting a lot of time looking for little Timmy. I see little Timmy. Did I even grab any water? I'm not too sure. Oh, I just barely made it. I don't think I grabbed any water. And I think the supplies that we grabbed might not be the best. I should have grabbed the health kit when I saw it. Oh, we have a lot of soup. Okay, day 1. All of us made it into the shelter just a second before the blast. That was a close one. As long as we're all together, we can make it work down here. We remember hearing canned soup is healthy for you. We vaguely remember stashing some things in the shelter because there was no room for them upstairs. Turns out being messy can really work in your favor. We got a shotgun. Our shells are full of cans. We'll eat from the cans. We'll sleep on the cans. We'll even talk to the cans. Some of us already do. There's just barely enough water for everyone. We will have to ration it strictly. I don't think I need to like feed them immediately because like they should be well fed, right? We always thought life could be much better. That was before we got nuked. Now we think that life could be much better. In a way, not that much has changed. Okay. Already growing the stubble. I am worried about the water though. And yeah. We'll see how it goes for us. Living in the past is not wise in our current situation. We need to think of today and tomorrow. Dolores is doing quite well, or she just can't find anything to complain about today. Ted says there's no need to worry about him. He's okay. It's impressive how well Mary Jane has handled the situation. She looks fine today. Timmy is on his best behavior. How long will it last? We'll do it like maybe every 3 days. That will like give them something, right? Because we do need to ration the water. And in general, like there's a standard rule. Like I think it's called a road race, where like 3 minutes without air, Uh, 3 days without water, 3 weeks without like food, 3 hours without shelter. So 3 days without water. On the third day we'll get them water. Looks like the area is still irradiated. Going to the wasteland right now is unsafe, unless you don't mind getting sick. Ted is vigorous enough to withstand the hazards of the wasteland. Dolores is confident she will survive outside. Mary Jane is feeling excited. Sammy seems quite enthusiastic about the trip. Should we start preparing an expedition for tomorrow? You know what? Sure. Playing with matches is never a good idea. Doing so in a tiny underground shelter is probably even lower on the good idea scale. A few matches later, and we ended up with flames licking up over one of the walls. Time is short. We need to put it out and save our supplies. What do we save? We only have one thing to save. Oh, we don't have the radio! Or the map! How are we gonna know when we're gonna get rescued? That was close. We were able to put out the fire and nothing seems to be damaged. At least not very badly. Let's just hope this doesn't happen again or we might need to call the fireman. Are there even any firemen left? Dolores can't remain this thirsty for long. If Seth doesn't drink anything, he won't last long. Getting something to drink for Mary Jane sounds like the right idea. Timmy doesn't need much, but he should drink. Yeah, now we give them water. Oh, should I give them soup? Yeah, let's just give them soup as well. This is a good day to go outside, stretch a bit, get some fresh air, toxic air. Maybe scavenge a thing or two. We sure could use some extra supplies. That is, if we want to survive. What to take outside? Who should go outside? We'll have Mary Jane, and she'll... Oh. Wait, she can't take the mask? You know, sure, she'll take the Boy Scout book. Mary Jane went outside. Let's hope she hurries back soon. Equipment, Boy Scout book. Dolores is no longer thirsty, Ted is no longer thirsty, Tim is no longer thirsty. Time to ration supplies. They just ate. So... no supplies. We were never huge fans of mushrooms, but with a colony of them growing on one of the walls, we changed our loyalty. We're all about mushrooms now. Should we eat them? No. You don't even know what they are. That would have been with the Boy Scout book, which Mary Jane took. Look at the where did they even get the... Is it from the soup? That they got the paint for that? We may be hungry, but there are just some things we'll never eat. Well, fungus is one of them. Dolores is doing quite well, but she just can't find anything to complain about today. Ted says there's no need to worry about him. He's okay. Timmy might not look like it, but he's a strong young boy. He's doing just fine. Time to ration supplies. No eating today. We have plenty of distant relatives, but none of them mean as much to us as Auntie Ada. She lives in the country, so there's a good chance she's still configuring her cow counting machine and not worrying about nukes raining down on her hen house. Too bad we don't have a photo of her, or do we? We put some photos into a book a while ago as our giant coffee spill incidents. Oh my... The Boy Scout book! Why is it so important? Oh. Their sanity. I hope their sanity doesn't deteriorate. And so we are left with no photos, no news, and no happy thoughts. The world's too cruel. Dolores has to drink sometime. I'll take wishes for a few drops of water. Timmy doesn't need much, but he should drink. Yeah, let's give water to them today. We'll hold off on soup. I said we'll hold off on soup. I felt a little bit of remorse, so I gave them water and food. Confined spaces are not a very friendly environment, and we quickly got into an argument over some trivial things. If this keeps on, we might find ourselves in a nasty place. Enough arguing. There are more important things to worry about. Okay, so they're no longer thirsty. No supplies today. Hear that? No, because no one is talking. Not our word in hours, none at all. We can't just stare at the walls. We need to do something about this. Not the radio. Oh boy. Oh boy. There's nothing here. Maybe if we try really hard, we could hear the neighbors in the shelter. Oh, they're all really tired. They ate, no supplies today. That'll be tomorrow. For an isolated fallout shelter, we sure have a lot of disturbances. Something has been making a lot of noise since dawn, and we couldn't sleep. It seems to be coming from under the floor. Coincidentally, we just found a manhole that we could use to go down and check what's going on. I don't have any of that. We're entering into Shenanigans. Going into the tight dark tunnel is not a good idea, especially with those weird noises coming from it. They're giving us the creeps even up here. Dolores complains she still can't get a good night's sleep around here. There has to be some water left. Dolores should get it. Ted is still mighty tired and needs more time to recover his strength. Ted needs water to survive. Timmy needs to rest up a bit longer. Some water for Timmy will be nice. Well, give them water. Although we don't have a lot left. Every new smell attacks our nose in this little shelter instantly. There isn't much we can miss. So when a single brick fell out from the wall, revealing a tight opening, our senses were immediately invaded by a terrible stench. We should probably check that hole out and see what the source of that smell is. Sure. Okay. We look into the hole fearing something might come at us with claws, fangs, or other mutated and sharp body parts, but nothing happened. Instead, we found a dead rat who was trying to break into a can of tomato soup. He fell miserably. We have a feeling we'll be luckier than him, so we confiscated it. We gave the rat a proper burial in an empty can. He deserved that much. Okay, we got more soup! But we need water. Okay. So they're not thirsty, but they're still, like, tired. No food today. There's an armed and dangerous woman outside. Fortunately, she's out of ammo. She tells us that she hunts the wild beasts of the wastes, and right now she's on a trail of giant mutated spider. We're pretty sure she's lost her mind. What are you gonna do with that spider lady? Put it on a leash? She promises that if we help her, she will return the favor another day. We don't got bullets. We don't got a lot on us. Mary Jane return? Oh, but she brought water, I think. A non-person who murders things for a living, giant mutated spiders in our neighborhood? We don't want to have anything to do with this stuff. Goodbye, lady. Nothing made us happier than when the sight of Mary Jane returning to the shelter from the surface. We got a book. One of the buildings she would stand up last turned out to be our local bus station. If any passengers survive, they have long since abandoned the buses, leaving behind hordes of personal belongings, backpacks, bags, sacks, and one guy even left a cupboard. It was difficult to resist looking into it. Guess what? There was another smaller cupboard inside. Ransacking through backpacks turned out to be quite profitable. A lot of people had a weird fixation on carrying soup cans with them. Lucky for us, they always pick our favorite flavor, tomato. Our local athletics team was preparing to depart for a championship taking place somewhere in the boondocks. Their bus was full of refreshing water and spare shoes. Fortunately, none of them were a match for us, so we just took all the water bottles. We found a radio, and it was playing this great song by this one great guy. What a wonderful find. The last expedition got us thinking maybe we could just drive away from this nightmare somehow. Of course, most of the automobiles available are completely burnt out, but if we find a solid base and scavenge enough parts, perhaps we could build a vehicle of our own. We better keep an eye out for those on future expeditions. Dolores complains she still can't get a good night's rest around here. Mary Jane's diet could use a little food. Mary Jane is really tired. Mary Jane contracted an illness. Timmy has rested. Ted is not complaining today. At least, not very much. We don't have medicine, but we do have food. We'll give food to Mary Jane. And Renette's expedition was sent to me. The contamination of our town is still strong. Scavenging in these conditions could result in radiation sickness. We'll still send out Ted. There's never a good time to go out into the radioactive wasteland, but it seems this will become a necessity in the new world of ours. We thought it would be a good idea to make this happen sooner rather than later, and plan a trip outside. Before we could make the third step beyond the shelter, an unknown creature started growling at us in the darkness. We only had a moment to decide what to do. A quick shot with the rifle was more than enough to scare away or maybe bring down whatever creature stalked us in the darkness. We never saw it again. Mary Jane is quite hungry and her condition isn't getting any better today. Alright. Yeah, so food and water for everyone. Because it's day 12. We'll have to go out with the mask. The thing is, we can't let Dolores die, because she's the main character at the moment. Alright. Mary Jane is still hungry. She had no energy for anything. Alright, well, we could give food to Mary Jane. Because we do have a lot of soup. And she was out for several days. So that's fine. We know very little about what's going on outside. It'd be a good idea to find out more. Maybe discover if anyone else made it to safety. The radio can help us with this. A phone call? We were able to get a weak signal and tap into government's emergency announcement service. And guess what? Great news! The fallout site has mostly gone. Should be much safer to travel on the surface now. Dolores needs more time to rest. She seems exhausted. Mary Jane's condition isn't any better today. When Mary Jane is tired, she becomes cranky. She should be better in a few days. Mary Jane is no longer hungry. Despite the dire circumstances and all the trouble we're going through, Timmy is being brave, very brave. Okay, so Mary Jane is no longer hungry. No, nothing to feed them today, that's tomorrow. We had thought of phone calls were a thing of the past after the atomic bomb obliterated everything in our little town. However, phone poles in our streets survived the bombing somehow. Since it's ringing right now, should send someone to answer it. To me. Oh, Mary Jane looks a little better, and we have a new drawing right there. When we answered the phone, we could clearly hear a gasp of relief from the caller. They introduced themselves as survivors from a nearby town of Hill Valley. We had started exchanging information when the call was cut short. Something must have gone wrong on their side. We hope that it will get back to us. Mary Jane is so tired. Let's give her some time to recover. Mary Jane is all well now. Should get Mary Jane something to drink. Alright. Soup. And water. I am like messing around a little. But soup and water for everyone. As long as we have food and water, we could stay locked in, but we had to leave eventually. It would be good to head straight to safety instead of getting ourselves into more trouble. That's even possible in this situation. Our hope is that our brave soldiers will come to rescue us and take us to some well-hidden, well-stocked government shelter. Timmy had comics about those, so you know they must exist. All we need to do is make contact with the military. Okay. We knew it! The government has not fallen, and they're coming to save us. They didn't give it set dates in the radio transmission, but we're sure they won't keep us very long. They said they will be in touch in a couple days, and told us to await further instructions. We could barely breathe in this damn shelter. For the last couple of hours, the situation has been getting noticeably worse. There might be something wrong with the ventilation system. Maybe it's stuck. If that's the case, we need to look into fixing it right away. Timmy? Hey, Timmy, why are you sick, Timmy? Using the handbook to research vent maintenance seemed like a fair idea. We figured if it's full of pointers on how to fix things, it must have a chapter on nuclear shelter air filtration systems. Before we could even check, we were invaded by a group of angry mutant insects which flew out of that cursed vent. Their stings hurt like hell and seemed to give us a fever. Timmy isn't feeling very well. Everything seems okay with Dolores. Mary Jane says that she's fine and doesn't need anything. Not today. There it goes again. Noises. Weird noises all the time. Are they coming from the pipes? Walls? Is there something behind the door? We don't know and it's driving us insane. We should sit down and relax. Otherwise, we might get paranoid. Oh boy. Dolores no longer talks to us. Urge to Dolores, can you hear us? Boredom can really get to you in this shelter. It can lead to dark places, trust us. Ted has been outside for too long, and still he has not returned. We fear that he isn't coming back. Timmy needs an extra blanket. He's shivering all the time. You can't leave Timmy without water for too long. Sanity is questionable. Oh boy. No expedition. We just hope that Ted, makes it back. We didn't think we would get a chance to increase our food supply by simply playing a card game, but that's what we were offered by a man who knocked on our door today. 2 cans of food. We win, we get his 2 cans. We lose, we give him our 2 cans. Are we going to do it? We don't have cards. Gambling is a terrible habit. What kind of example is that to set to the kids? We need supplies, but we're not getting them like that. We sooner rob someone. We send that man away. Good riddance. Dolores is clearly giving in to the madness. We wish we could stop it. Tim is looking very pale. That's not good. Oh boy. You know, we'll give Timmy some extra soup. Maybe that'll help him. Yeah, not expedition. We might be safer inside these walls, but there are other problems to consider. None of us can sleep properly. We have to deal with this as soon as possible. Otherwise, we might end up falling asleep in the face of real danger. Like Saucer Man from Mars. Not having the medkit. And Timmy's going insane too, not the bear. Oh, but there's another drawing right there. Do you get drawings for every 5 days of survival, more or less? Hey, welcome to the stream. And we're on day 20 of survival. Hopefully we'll be able to get we'll be able to survive. But yeah, we're running into like... I got a lot of soup. I didn't get a lot of other supplies. And thankfully things haven't broken down, but like... Man, do we really like not have stuff. Bravely ignoring our sensors, we tried to get at least an hour or 2 sleep. No luck. We're even more tired than we were. And there are other problems we will need to face soon. Let's just hope our yawning will be enough to scare raiders away or save us from radiation sickness. The lure still isn't in full control of her mind. We're not sure what monsters are inhabiting it, but we wish they would go away. Timmy needs an extra blanket. He's shivering all the time. He's really tired and his behavior is odd. Mary Jane is really tired. Day 20, they don't eat today. Seems awfully quiet outside. Maybe it's safe, maybe it's not. We won't know until we go out. Yeah, they're not in great condition to go out. We were pretty sure Mary Jane had her birthday 2 weeks ago, but it turns out it's today. Shall we get her something a young lady trapped in a tiny shed will enjoy? None of this. We have none of it. But hey, day 21, they get to eat if they're all insane. Oh my gosh. Mary Jane is so old for birthdays, that's what I think. Dolores is clearly giving in to the madness. We wish we could stop it. Mary Jane seems sleepy all the time. She has no energy for anything. Mary Jane went nuts. Timmy really isn't himself. We're worried about him. I'm not, and we're about to be out of water. Everything will be fine if it wasn't for Dolores. She doesn't seem well. She used to be so energetic and happy. Now she just sits there and sulks. What should we do about book? I have the book. Give her the book. Dolores was always a bookworm. When she didn't have a book to read, she would read labels on detergents. Scout handbooks suck her right in. Now she's been talking about lately is making campfires. Dolores still isn't in full control of her mind. We're not sure what monsters are inhabiting it, but we wish they would go away. So she's rested, no longer thirsty. Mary Jane still acts quite peculiarly. Not the happy, bright young lady she used to be. She should be better in a few days. No longer thirsty. Poor Timmy, he's sick. But we don't have anything to help him. Seems awful quiet outside. Oh boy. Yeah, we're not sending anyone out. Dolores is the character that we're playing, so we can't send her out. It would have been Mary Jane or Timmy, but they're both not feeling well. We decided to have some fun today and play a game or two. The first one was picking the game we are going to play. This took us most of the day and we still haven't made up our minds. We played hide and seek. The longest round we were able to play lasted for around 10 seconds, and that was only because the lights went out for a moment. Dolores still isn't in full control of her mind. Okay. Dolores is pretty fatigued. Uh, 23. No, that's tomorrow. And we're not certain about the situation on the surface. I'm sure it could be risky, but it could be worth it. We're sending Timmy. Sure, we'll send Timmy. We woke up to a dripping sound today and noticed there's something leaking from the pipes. That green liquid looked innocent enough, even after it ate through the table, and the chair, and the floor. Patching up the pipe is probably a good idea. Problem solved. No leak, no mess, back to our tidy little shelter. Dolores still isn't in full control of her mind. Oh boy. We had to keep Dolores alive. I hate the fact that we don't have enough water. We're sending Timmy out. You know, Timmy can go out with a gun. That's appropriate for little Timmy, right? Oh boy. Timmy went out to the wasteland. We don't know what we'll do if he doesn't come back. Mary Jane keeps fainting. We really need to find her something to drink. Fast. Oh, Mary Jane, we don't have much. I can only give you soup. The note we found on our door today was a real surprise to us all. It's not signed, but it says that whoever wrote it has been observing us for a while, and believes we're the right kind of people. They instruct us to send a single warm representative to a meeting today at midnight to find out more. Unarmed representative. Oh, that doesn't work. Well, so Mary Jane. It's true. It's all true. There really are others just like us. We arrived at the rendezvous unarmed and on time, and we were greeted by a friendly-looking group of survivors. They're being led by twins, a brother and a sister, who seems to be friendly enough. They ask us some questions and promise to stay in touch. Dolores isn't doing very well. Oh, Mary Jane still can't handle her own thoughts. She's also bothered by recurring nightmares. She seems sleepy all the time and has no energy for anything. We receive another transmission from the army. They'll be doing a quick sweep of the area and ask all survivors to leave markings at the nearest bus station to indicate they're around. Their markings are to be made with cards. Guess we won't be able to play poker, but if that's to get us rescued, then we could probably make that sacrifice, which I don't have cards. Oh. Damn it, we missed our chance to let the military know where we are. There's a good bet they will get back to us again. But when will that be? Dolores isn't doing very well. Her sanity is questionable. She will not last long without water. When Mary Jane found out is not getting a single drop of water, she got furious. She stormed out into the wasteland, shouting over her shoulder that we'll regret this, and that she's getting her water one way or another. We're seriously terrified right now. 27. A sleazy-looking trader carrying an equally scruffy bag on his shoulder paid us a visit. He offered us a simple one-time deal. For with one can of soup, we get the bag and all of its contents. Let's just make the deal. We're not like... Find a new companion. Oh, we got a cat! We lost our family, but we got a cat. We became the crazy cat lady. I kinda wish we had water though. As soon as the door closed behind the trader, the bag started to violently shake, emitting screeching, hellish sounds. Terrified, we backed up against the walls. When the beast finally escaped, it turned out to be just an angry house cat. The villain gave us a menacing look and promptly sat down in the corner to clean itself. Scholar says... Sharikov. Is that its name? Dolores is saying again, but she will not last long without water. I will give Dolores soup. What was that? Did the radio static just stop for a moment? Try tuning in on that signal. Oh, the cat's right there. Nothing, and nothing. We could hear nothing but the annoying static. Better luck next time. Wouldn't it be fantastic if we could just get out and leave? Walk the surface like we used to. Smell the fumes and pollution. Ah, that's the sense of freedom we miss. Oh boy. Die in your fallout shelter. No. None. Daddy must have died at some point. Still, it's better to be safe down here than dead up there. So we should have returned by now. We need to face the worst possible scenario. He might not be coming back. We only had a few drops of water. We could have avoided what happened. Dolores died of dehydration last night. Surviving the apocalypse is no easy task. We can tell you that much. We survived for 30 days. Day 18, Ted did not return. So it actually gives you a list of all the scenarios that you come across. It's kind of sad. But we'll do another run. They survived 30, water cuts. We don't have a lot of water with us. Hey, if we're like only having initially I think like 2 bottles of water, and somehow getting 4 extra bottles? That wasn't too bad. So we have no and yes decision. Alright, let's try this again. It's Apocalypse, and we'll be Ted this time. I'll see if I can get the Scout's Manual. Where's Mary Jane? Oh, I see. I see where my family is. Yep, the Scout's Manual ended up being so useful. Give me... Oh, radio's right here. Oh, we got a lot of good stuff. We got a lot of good stuff. Actually, I think it might be easier to play as Ted than Dolores initially. Because when you pick up Ted, he takes up 3 spaces, right? But if you play as Ted, right, you don't need to worry about those spaces, right? Because the only one that takes up 3 spaces is Mary Jane, right? So that means that like picking up between Dolores and Timmy, it's actually like you're able to pick up more. All of us made it into the shelter just 1 second before the blast. That was a close one. As long as we're all together, we can make it work down here. Remember, here in Kansas is also for you. Alright. Our shelter used to be fully stocked, but somehow we always found a better way to use the stock supplies instead of leaving them for an emergency. Once we had a soup dinner party, another time we needed the rifle to help our neighborhood watch in a vicious fight against raccoons. Luckily, some of the supplies were left untouched. The deck of cards. Our shelves are full of cans. We'll eat from cans, we'll sleep on cans, and we'll even talk to the cans. Good amounts. So, at the very least, what I'm remembering from last time, right? I think every 3 days I was giving them water because I was keeping to the road race, right? But they did live, longer without the water than those 3 days. Which I think it was like about 5 days, and then on the 6th day, they will perish, right? So we'll do it every 5 days then. How about that trip to Nevada we've been postponing for a while now? Maybe we should go there. That's our first stop after we get out of here. Planning far ahead is usually a good strategy, but for now we should be more interested in our plan for water rationing. There isn't much going on with it, no trouble, it's nothing new. It's impressive how well Mary Jane is handling the situation. Everything seems okay with Dolores. But Timmy is fine. Looks like the area is still irradiated. Going to the wasteland right now is unsafe unless you don't mind getting sick. No expedition. What is that? Seems like a distant rumble, but it's getting louder. Why is everything shaking? Oh god, it's a quake. Grab something and hold on to it. The radio. Earthquake like or not, nothing is going to stand between us and our daily dose of radio static. We were able to grab it before it could fall down and get smashed. Something else might be broken, but we won't know until we clean this place up. Alright. No Russians. The contamination of our town is still strong. Scavenging in these conditions could result in radiation sickness. We'll hold up on the expedition for now. We thought it'd be a great idea to have some role-playing fun and create our own shelter theater group. We called it the Thunderdome. Spent the rest of the day trying to write a script for our performance. We almost got into a fight over it and decided that maybe it would be best to play something simpler. We decided to add out scenes from our favorite movies to amuse ourselves, at least for a moment. For some reason, every time we pick a new scene, we ended up with one from a Humphrey Bogart film. Ted looks like he's got one foot in the grave. He needs to get a drink right now. Mary Jane keeps fainting. We really need to find her something to drink fast. Okay, you know what? We'll do it every 4 days then. Water. Right, everybody gets a drink. And soup, I guess. Well, nobody has complained about hunger just yet, so we'll just do the drink. The contamination of our town is so strong. Scavenging in these conditions could result in radiation sickness. We'll just start an expedition. Our ammunition is missing. There's no way it was stolen. It has to be here somewhere. We need to find it. Not the flashlight. Not the flashlight. The thing that broke. The flashlight. And the drawings will change. It's a little man this time. That started first. It was too dark to find those tiny bullets without a flashlight. They aren't lost. Technically, they're still in the shelter. Technically. Okay, so on the food. We've been preparing for this expedition since yesterday. We're ready to go right now. We should be the lucky one to venture into the unknown. Mary Jane, and we'll give her... Boy Scout manual ended up being very useful here. You know what? We'll give Mary Jane a gun. I feel like we could be without the gun and we don't have to worry too much about it because we have the padlock in case we need to defend ourselves. He's doing fine. That trash can of ours is getting disgusting. The good news is, we don't have much of an appetite when we see it, so we're saving some food. Yet for some reason, we would like to tidy this mess up. Those giant green cockroaches are a pretty good motivator. We have some knocking. That was close. A nest of those glowing bugs might have been more than enough to drive us out into the wasteland. Orchards are the worst, but radioactive roaches? Yikes. If Ted doesn't drink anything, he won't last long. Ted is hungry. Timmy should be eating something. So they'll eat today. Day 7. But they'll drink water tomorrow. A knock on the door is not something we take lightly these days, so when a man came to our doorstep today, offering us a highly profitable game of cards, we weren't convinced. There's a bit of 2 soup cans and a card game a reasonable choice in our situation? No. Gambling is a terrible habit. So yeah, that event we saw beforehand. We'll give water to them today. Ring ring. There we were, thinking we would never hear a telephone signal again, but suddenly a phone starts ringing from somewhere outside. We figure it's the phone booth across the street. Should we saw someone go answer it? We'll send Dolores. Some of the events we already saw beforehand, so we kind of know. And then there's also like other events that we're not really that familiar with, so we'll see if we can survive this time. When we answered the phone, we could clearly hear a gasp of relief from the caller. They introduced themselves as survivors from a nearby town of Hill Valley. We had started exchanging information when the call was cut short. Something must have gone wrong on the end. We hope they will get back to us soon. Okay. Timmy's not doing great. It will be good to talk to him and cheer him up. Yeah, talking to him should be fine. Oh, poor Mary Jane. Even a word or two may be enough to brighten someone's mood. Timmy seems to be better now. Nothing made us happier than when the sight of Mary Jane returning to shelter from the surface. Our house wasn't the only one to suffer. Most of our neighborhood was destroyed by the blast. The streets was completely covered with piles of rubble, chunks of walls, and roof tiles. A rare passerby with a gas mask can occasionally be seen from a distance scavenging for supplies. We found a refrigerator in the middle of our neighbor's lawn. Even without electricity, the light was on. It contained quite a few soup cans and, surprisingly, a brown fedora. It wasn't edible. We tried. The last expedition got us thinking maybe we could just drive away from this nightmare somehow. Okay, so I get the same idea about building a vehicle. Simi and Mary Jane. You know, Timmy can do it. Contact with other wastelanders. Okay. Yeah, Timmy can do it. Woke up to a dripping sound today and noticed there's something leaking for the pipes. That green liquid looked innocent enough. Even after I ate it through the table and the chair and the floor, patching up that pipe is probably a good idea. Who got sick? Is it Timmy? No, it's just a Mary Jane. Okay. Problem solved. No leaks, no mess. Back to our tidy little shelter. Mary Jane is still hungry. Few drops of water. No, tomorrow they drink. But we'll get soup to Mary Jane. We'll send Timmy out with... Okay, the thing is, the Boy Scouts book is so useful in the shelter. Like, I don't want to send Timmy out with the book, right? But that might help us. We'll send him out with soup. Timmy, go barter. Go barter. Go gamble, Timmy. Soup, rumbling. Okay, so food and water to everyone. Food and water to everyone. It's been a while, yeah, the radio. I'm sure Mary Jane can recover. Mary Jane's a strong girl. She did that last time she recovered. We were able to get a weak signal and tap into government emergency announcement services. And guess what? Great news! The fallout outside has mostly gone. Should be much safer to travel on the surface now. Okay. Boredom and silence are overwhelming, but we don't have a TV to keep us occupied. But maybe we could take advantage of some of our supplies to pretend they're props in a movie set? Don't have anything. Are people's sanity gonna start dropping? We have checkers. We can play checkers. Or cards. Ted and Mary Jane seem let down, but we have more important things to do than play theater right now. Mary Jane is all well now. Morning has been coming up for Ted and he's doing well. Okay. If there's anyone who can rescue us from this hellish situation, it's our government. You can badmouth them all you want, but that probably means you're either a naysayer or a commie. We're good citizens. We've been paying our taxes regularly, so we're sure Uncle Sam is coming to get us. Well, except that one time when we... Never mind. The government people are coming. We should keep our ears and eyes open for any sign from them. I mean, We potentially we had two forms of rescue, and it seems to be the same ones that like either the governments or like the survivors, right? Good news! The government made a radio broadcast about extracting survivors from our area. The announcer asked everyone listening to wait a while longer and expect further communication in a few days. We'll be out of here soon. Set us hungry. That'll be tomorrow. Giving them water and food. There's an armed and dangerous woman outside. Oh, we got the hunters again. But our we got bullets this time, but they went missing. They became lost. We had the bullets. Alright, we feed them today. Oh. If you look at some of the drawings on your journal though, like, they're definitely dark. For friendly wastelanders or from the military. But yeah, food and water to everyone today. We played a game of list the things you hate the most, and our neighbor's names kept coming up for some reason. That reminded us that the little weasel had a safe in his living room. We always wonder what was inside. Maybe now's the time to finally find out. But who will do the honors of stealing the possessions of our arch and nemesis? It should be Dolores. Oh my gosh, Dolores. When we opened the safe, we heard a loud bang, and a room filled with thick, nasty smoke that smelled of rotten eggs. The bastard will be trapped the safe. Sure, it slowed us down, but it didn't stop us from taking his most prized possession. Take that, Ned. Too bad we won't ever get the stench of our clothes now. Is that a Simpsons reference? By now, Dolores is sick. We decided to peek outside for just a minute to see if the store around the corner was still standing. When we were about to step out, we heard a growl in the darkness and a pair of ferocious eyes appeared a few feet away. We only had a moment to decide what to do. I'm not gonna shoot it this time. Hey! Timmy brought up, like, some pretty good things, I guess. We felt it was too risky to face whatever horror waited in the shadows. We did what any sane person would do, we shut the door. Grisha was gone the next morning. We were so afraid for Timmy, but he came back from the wasteland and is safe with us now. Our house is in ruins. We still haven't paid the mortgage. No need to worry about that now, is there? The least we could do was pick through whatever is left and see if there are any useful items. Maybe one of Timmy's comic books survived. The only recognizable furniture in the kids' room were burned desks and Mary Jane's bed. There was a hidden stash under the bed. It was full of soup cans. Our kitchen is a pile of rubble. It took us weeks to find those lovely chairs that matched the floor tiles. Now they were nowhere to be found. Only a few bottles of water remained scattered in the dirt. The muddy swamp, which used to be our toilet, is now home to something that remotely resembles a mutated turtle. After changing a few pleasantries, it gave us anti-bug spray and wished us all the best of luck. We window shopped nearby parking lots for a vehicle that wasn't completely burned out. Unfortunately, we found nothing of value. Maybe future expeditions will be more lucky. Oh, Mary Jane has rested, Timmy is hungry and tired. We'll give food to Timmy. Alright, we could send Mary Jane out so we could hold another expedition. The note we found on our door today was a real surprise to us all. It's not signed, but it says that whoever wrote it has been serving us for a while and believes we're the right kind of people. The instructions to send a single unarmed representative to meeting today at midnight to find out more. Send Mary Jane. It's true, it's all true. There really are others just like us. We arrived at the rendezvous warm and on time. I look at the combination of you and Anne, and it looks like a W to me, so I just say warmed. It's not. It's I unarmed. In no time, we were greeted by a friendly-looking group of survivors. They're being led by twins, a brother and a sister who seem to be friendly enough. They asked us some questions and promised to stay in touch. What he should drink. We'll give food to Timmy, but we'll hold off on like feeding them till tomorrow. We're gonna send Mary Jane out with should we send Mary Jane out with more soup? We'll send Mary Jane out with the gas mask. Mary Jane went outside. Let's hope she hurries back soon. Alright, so food and water for everyone. We thought that we should do something about interior decoration. The feng shui is really off in our fallout shelter. When we were moving things around, we found a secret door. What's behind it? There's only one way to find out. Okay. Timmy is having a little bit of an interesting situation. What's the first thing to do when you open a door leading to a place you don't know? Open fire! Bam, bam! Our bullets struck the wall, and guess what? We hit a water pipe. We were able to fill a few water bottles with all the water that trickled from the bullet holes. We're doing really well on the food and water. You expect the post-apocalypse to be a time of peace and quiet since, you know, most of the people are not around anymore. Yet here we have someone at the door. When we open it up, we encounter a strange-looking man in a blue jumpsuit who asks us to trade him a water chip. A water chip? What in the hell is that? You know what? We'll be generous. And we'll be generous since we struck water. The visitor wasn't very happy that we didn't have a water chip, or that we didn't know what that one was. He did help himself to the water we offered him, and explained the chip is of utmost importance. Before we learn anything more, he left for the wasteland. So ill, Ted is fine. No food today. Spiders seem to be operating under the assumption that they have all the rights to the shelters we do. They're everywhere and don't seem very scared of us. It's time we change that. We don't want any more spiders in our soup. No, sir. Yeah, we'll do the bug spray now. I think I do have to kill them, because otherwise, like, our people will get sick. And Dolores is already sick. If there's one thing that can drive spiders away and stop us climbing up the furniture, it's a bug killing spray. That was the right time to unleash this deadly weapon, and the results were excellent. We eradicated 404 of those little bastards. We even found a water bottle stashed in the corner. It was a good day. Alright, so tomorrow they get water. Sleazy looking trader carrying an equally scruffy bag of— oh, the cat! Give me the cat! That's kind of bad for our soup, but cats. We have cats now! As soon as the door closed behind the trader, the bag started to violently shake, emitting screeching, hellish sounds. Terrified, we backed up against the walls. When the beast finally escaped, it turned out to be just an angry house cat. The feline gave us a menacing look and probably sat down in the corner to clean itself. Scholar says, Sharkov. Is that its name? Nothing made us happier than the sight of Mary Jane returning to the shelter from the surface. The police station was still standing and we found a few officers who were still alive. Well, they didn't look like the ones we remember, but they all have uniforms and badges, so they must be some kind of replacement cops. The building was mostly destroyed, but they made the best of it and set up their operation in the basement. They even painted some walls with a bunch of morale-boosting slogans like New Order and the World is Ours. Oh boy. But I don't think those are policemen. The policemen were quite nervous while we were around. After a short chat, they gave us some food, told us to go away and never mention what we saw to anyone. Oh, we got soup, water, and bullets. They had plenty of water in their stash. They were acting very nervously and immediately consented to sharing when we asked. Then they all started exercising. An ammunition pack was lying just outside the station. We haven't done anything about the Lord's sickness on it. Alright, so food and water to everyone. We're doing really well. Yeah, we could send someone out. Today an army broadcast interrupted our, let's just call it breakfast. Anyway, they seem very eager to evacuate us away from here. They went over several things that need to happen before they do that. The first item on the list is up to us. We were given geographical coordinates and need to get to there to leave a sign that we're still alive. Should be easy with a map. I can't use a Boy Scout book. We were sure we could find the location without a map. We were wrong. Hopefully we'll get lucky next time. Mary Jane's still hungry. Wait. It's Mary Jane. Yeah. This is a good day to go outside, stretch a bit, get some fresh air, toxic air. Maybe scavenge a thing or two. We'll send Timmy out. Can Timmy go with the cat? Oh, Timmy can't go with the cat. What to send him out with? I think we need to keep the Boy Scout manual, the playing cards, and the radio. So bullets, water, checkerboard. I'm thinking about it. You know, I never seen this happen. We'll send him out with the checkerboard. Let's see what comes out of that. I don't think that's a good survival material, but you know, sometimes silly makes it work. Okay. No need to ration today. It's so easy to escalate silly arguments at close quarters doesn't help. We were chatting and then suddenly we were fighting and fighting. Let's hope we'll get over this soon. Something happened with the cat? Like, there's nothing better than the quiet air. The quiet after the storm. What's it the other way around? That's tomorrow. We'll try to put the little double. We found a piece of paper in its color with an address scribbled on it. Could its previous owner still be around and worried sick? Chances are slim, but maybe we should pay them a visit. Or at least whatever's left of them. Yes. Oh! Did we return the cats? We grab our new fluffy friend for a little stroll through the waste, only to immediately run into a couple of gentlemen dressed in trench coats, fedoras, and shades. They gritted their teeth at the sight of the cat and said they'd been looking for it. Apparently it belongs to their dear old Nan, who loves it dearly. Before we could utter a word, they took shark off, thanked us, and left. The cat didn't seem to mind, so maybe it's for the best. Mary Jane is hungry, but water for everyone. Civilians have visited us today. They told us they're searching the town for a safe place that will do well as a possible camp. So far, the group has been living in a tent, but they're picking up more wastelanders every day and they simply don't have enough space. They mentioned that a map of the neighborhood could be very helpful in their situation. Damn. We don't have a map. Fortunately, we cannot be of any help to them today. The civilians understand their situation and promise to come back from time to time. Food for Dolores and Ted. Has become more and more difficult to breathe in the shelter. Bugs breathe. Oh boy. Mary Jane became sick. I may just so Mary Jane doesn't need to eat. Dolores doesn't need to eat. Ted doesn't need to eat or drink. It's been a while since we showered. The smell in this tiny shelter is as far from roses as I can get. We had thoughts of washing ourselves. Too bad we didn't grab any soap along the way. But maybe we can make do with something else. We'll use the gas mask. The cat? He's back! What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. We can survive just a little bit longer. 30 years shouldn't be much of a problem. Just to be sure, dips on the gas mask. To our surprise, we found Sharkov back in our shelter this morning. We're not exactly sure why or how. It came back. Is that our good care it appreciates, our kind hearts, optimism, or just as our stockpile of soup cans? Only time will tell. Mary Jane is all well now. Streak something. So no food today, but they got better. Mary Jane just got sick yesterday. She recovered next today. That's actually pretty good. What was that? A rat? Rats are usually smaller than cats. What's with the double toe? We can't let that thing get to our supplies. Oh my gosh! It's busted. It's broken. Our cans are safe. Too bad for the hairy mutant. Guess we're still top of the food chain. Good for us. Damn, our gun blew up when we tried to shoot the thing. Alright, so water for everyone. A loud crash, a surprise shriek, and a bit of debris falling from our ceiling. Truly, a recipe for a good start to the day. As it turns out, Sharkov found a new toy. Bit of innocuous rind that it ripped out of the wall. Who knows what the cable's for? But our lights are still on, so it can't be that important, right? Should we take the wire away from our fluffy friend and investigate? Yes. Oh my gosh. We have a suitcase, we have soup. We followed the wire tight and found a half-burnt out truck with two surprised gentlemen inside, surrounded by an air of blinking bulbs. That's some space tech right there. Were they listening in on us in our very own shelter? Their feeble excuse about roadside picnic didn't convince us. Even Sammy knows you can't have picnics here. Their car had no wheels. Few days before the blast, Sammy got into a fight with a kid named Ethan and beat him with a stick. We were supposed to visit Ethan's parents to talk about the incident, but we were a bit busy back then. Well, now we have all the time in the world, and although it looked like our parents weren't home, we still decided to pay them a visit. We were invited after all. And that's malicious compliance right there. These people were obsessed with tomato soup. We saw many cans in the ruined kitchen. Most of them were damaged and all the tomato goodness had leaked out, but some survived. Behind the remains of their kitchen counter, we found some bottled water. It's not our favorite brand, but it will do. We found their garage empty. They might have gone on a vacation before the apocalypse. Maybe they even survived. They left behind a few suitcases, so we didn't think they would mind us borrowing one. While we were passing through the ruins of a bar, we ran into a soup vending machine. They couldn't find any spare change, so we decided to try paying with checkers pieces. It worked. We believed our expeditions to Wasteland must have been followed by strangers. We should be more cautious this time. Food for everyone. Dolores says she can handle herself, but we're not sure. I don't think we send anyone out yet. We let them recover a little bit. More likely Dolores. We do have a lot of stuff with us from like our previous expeditions that were successful, right? So we just let them rest. The agents who were spying on us are now at the door and want to explain themselves. Should we hear them out? Ah! You know what? Sure. Oh, this could be terrible. But they have the means to communicate, right? They briefly waved some sort of ID cards in front of our faces and told us they're on a top secret government mission. The wartime wasn't to spy on us, but rather on the cat. It's suspected of being a Soviet agent. They're willing to let us into their super top secret government safe house if we help them with some of their top secret missions. They assured us that they contact us again with more details. Timmy should eat something. Oh, we'll give Timmy food. Ted I think is thirsty. No, it's just Timmy. Yeah. Food and water. Alright, now we can send Dolores out. And Mary Jane is even doing better. We were able to receive another message from the government. The military is preparing a rescue mission. They want all survivors to head to a specific location in the area. Then leave a sign that someone is still alive and kicking nearby. The problem is they provided us with geographical coordinates, but we need a map to find out where we're supposed to be headed. Not the map again! We're sure we could find the location without a map. We were wrong. Hopefully we'll get lucky next time. So, water tomorrow. What's in Dolores? What's in Dolores with the suitcase? Oh, because the suitcase means that they can bring something else. You know, we'll send her out with soup in a suitcase. Hopefully, this is gonna work out for us. Water. Not water for Timmy. Timmy wants food. Let me look at this again. Timmy has to eat. Mary Jane has to drink, and Ted too. So yeah, this is how it is. Timmy claimed he couldn't sleep last night due to Ted's loud, incessant snoring. Ted angrily retaliated by making quips about the size of Timmy's ears, which enraged Timmy even more. He's desperate for a solution. What can be done about this? Check your Shenanigans. Timmy eventually settled for jamming checker pieces into his ears. Not what the doctors will order, but it did the trick. No way. I thought that they were just gonna settle it by like playing checkers or like winning the argument that way, but jamming checker pieces into your ear. You know the size of those things? You know the size of those things? Oh my gosh. Poor Timmy, you're very questionable. He slept well, although one of the pieces is missing this morning. Is it still stuck in his ear? And more importantly, can we still play checkers without it? Ted isn't thirsty anymore. Mary Jane is no longer thirsty. Mary Jane's sorry could use a little food. Timmy is no longer hungry, but we can't leave Timmy without water for too long. So Timmy needs water, and Mary Jane needs food. Ted and Mary Jane have been butting heads lately. Today they got into an argument about movie characters, specifically who will win in an ultimate battle. Maleficent with an axe or the Wicked Queen with a rifle. It's a tricky one for sure, and the debate is heated. will come out on top. Maleficent with an axe or the wicked queen with a rifle. Okay, I had to think about it for a bit. So technically, they both do magic, right? But at the very least, from the wicked queen, right? In order for her to be able to use her magic, she has to like... It seems that she has to do rituals and like have preparation beforehand, right? Maleficent, she's able to cast on command, right? So even though the wicked queen has a rifle, right? Maleficent could just like dodge or shapeshift to like avoid the damage and just close the distance to be able to kill her with the axe. I say Mary Jane is right about this. Because I'm guessing that like Mary Jane's in the favor of Maleficent and Zed's on the favor of the wicked queen. Mary Jane objectively won the debate with the sheer volume of her voice. A few hours into the shouting, Ted was begging her to stop, complaining about a nauseating headache. Mary Jane was satisfied, Ted less so. Ted is hungry. Mary Jane is no longer hungry. Tim is no longer thirsty. Vote for Ted. The twin siblings have paid us a visit, asking if we have a map. We don't have a map. Not the map. It's just screen us over. Sadly, we couldn't help our friends this time. They were a bit disappointed by their decision. We wished them the luck and left them to continue their search. We desperately need a map. I don't know why. It's something like the item that you don't have. It's the one item that the game focuses on. Tomorrow they get to have water. The last time we went on an expedition, we noticed an abandoned tank just sitting there out in the open. It looked damaged, but it may contain useful supplies. Shall we send someone to investigate? Yeah, let's send Timmy. We've been alive for 40 days. Looks like army rations also consist mostly of canned tomato soup and bottled water, unless someone else left these supplies in the wrecked tank. Plus soup plus water. We were glad to see Dolores come back safely from the wasteland. Came across a local church at the end of the road. Most of it was destroyed, but the priest's quarters survived the blast. A group of people survived there and started a cult. They believe that everything that's been happening is a game, tailored for someone's amusement. How crazy is that? Those nice people gave us some canned soup. They said they don't like the taste of it. Now we're certain that they're not jobs. Might sound paranoid, but we think someone would follow us. Let's just hope that this doesn't happen again. Water, eat, drink. Water. Okay, so water, eat. And I think Dolores has to eat. Okay, so he needs water, eat something, and Timmy has to eat and drink. We have a lot of soup. It seems awfully quiet outside. Maybe it's safe, maybe it's not. We won't know until we go out. Yeah, we could send someone out. Our town used to be a very quaint and friendly place before the blast. One of the townsfolk we often recall is the old man Jim, who would sometimes limp through our streets. Turns out he's alive and well, and still homeless. Some things never change. He clearly misses us as much as we miss him. He's been banging on our shelter door for the past few hours, asking whether we want to buy a rock. Let's buy a rock. Oh boy, I don't know what that's gonna do for us, but like, you know, considering some of the nature of this game, Weir's probably good. Old Man Jim was always lovely and friendly to everyone, so of course we opened the door and fulfilled his request. He winked at us and told us the first rock is for free, which we were happy to hear. A nice rock is a good thing to have, but we don't think we will be able to trade any of our supplies for it, even if it brings luck like he claimed. Okay, so Dolores has to eat. Okay. We'll give food to Dolores, and tomorrow she gets a drink. We've been preparing for this expedition since yesterday. Feel ready to go right now. Um, Timmy and Mary Jane are like good options. We'll send Timmy out. We'll send Timmy out with the suitcase. You know, it's been weird, but the soup can has been working like wonderfully for us. So suitcase and soup can. Like sending someone out with like soup has been wonderful, right? It just gives us more soup. But it works because we also get water out of it as well when you combine it with the suitcase. Hungry. Okay, so hungry, thirsty. Just to make sure. Hungry, thirsty, hungry. Okay. Someone paid us a visit today. It was only an overly cheerful red-haired woman, accompanied by a grumpy-looking mercenary type who was probably her guard. She told us that she was traded and eagerly showed us the item she brought along. And we don't have any of this. We don't have any of the map. And we don't have a map regardless. It was hard to turn her down because of that damn cheerfulness, but we did it anyway. The woman seemed a bit disappointed and tried to offer us schematics or some weird gun. We turned that down too. It's not like we have any tools around here anyway. Okay, so Ted, Mary Jane, food for Dolores. Yeah, Ted wants water, Mary Jane wants water, and Dolores wants food, so... We're close off in a tiny shelter, and our supplies are very limited. For once it's alright, it's time for our desperate measures. Who knows? There's a group of elderly people hiding in the ruins of the local retirement home. They must have some supplies, in our opinion, we need them more. The well-being of your family is the most important thing in the world, right? Nah, don't hit the elderly. Bad. Don't go messing with the elderly. We're no bandits. Sure, we need supplies, but not at the cost of others. We won't bother them. These people. A man who takes canned tomato soup from another is not worthy to taste that soup. Let's just hope that everyone else is out there is as decent as our family. Okay. So they don't need things today. Today, the music from the radio stopped abruptly, and instead we got to listen to a transmission from the... Not a map! Not... The map! The map! We're surviving! But like, the map has just been... We had to find a map somehow. That's not safe. We found some weird mushrooms growing on one of the walls. We're not eating the weird funky mushrooms. We don't even know what they are. Like, a lot of times. So, mushrooms, right? Like, for example, the button boys that you see at the stores that you can eat. They're like pretty flavorless, so that makes them pretty good for like eating in general. Because they like take the flavor of whatever your cooking was, right? So, in essence, the mushrooms, they're kind of grown without bacteria, right? A mushroom species vary depending on like as they're growing up, like the bacteria that they come across, right? So a lot of times mushrooms are like grow in houses or like urban areas, right? They have bad bacteria, like that's why like they're like very dangerous or like poisonous, right? And I'm guessing radioactive mushrooms ain't it. We may be hungry, but there are just some things we will never eat. Well, fungus is one of them. Mary Jane said could use a little food. Water is what Mary Jane needs the most right now. So food. You know what? Food and water for everyone. Just to get them on the same pace. Claustrophobia is difficult to fight against, especially in a little bunker. Maybe if we could open the door for just a few minutes, let some air in. That should be fine. And we got sick. Fuck. Opening the door, letting contaminated air in was a great idea. Now instead of phobias, we need to deal with vomiting. We don't need to rush it. We're sure we looked through our supplies carefully, but Mary Jane spotted something all of us miss. A seed, a plant. We should plant it to see what happens, but we need a bottle of water for that. Should we use it? Know what? Yeah, sure. Terrible idea, but also like, I wanna see where it goes. There goes nothing, soil, seeds, water. We'll see what happens in a few days. Let's just hope these seeds don't turn out into some useless flower. Mary Jane seems optimistic enough. Sickness, Extensively. The map! The map! Hey, Timmy! Timmy brought some really good things. We could use the map ourselves. Our friends understood and said they will pop in from time to time to check if the situation has changed. It's quite a long walk from our house to the docks. We knew of a promising warehouse in the area. It survived the blast, but the sea waves drowned half of it. We were hoping it wasn't the better half. We always thought canned soup wasn't made in America. Apparently it's made in another country with a weird name that we didn't recognize. According to the Great State Stamp, the shipment came after the blast. Weird. Water, water everywhere, and finding empty bottles to store it was not a problem. The problem was the water we filled them with was kinda salty. We have a lot of food and water with us. We believed our expedition to the wasteland must have been followed by strangers. We should be more cautious next time. Sounds like a good idea. Water for everyone except for Timmy. And Timmy wants food. Wait, let me read this carefully again. Water to survive. We'll hold off on the water. And we'll just give food to Timmy. And let's say we give water to everyone. Using a high-tech setup involving paper cups and yards of string, the agents drank in with our next top-secret mission that will surely land us in the VIP bunker very soon. They want us to go on one successful expedition and write down what we saw in the journal. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, right? Can I put the journal away? Mary Jane should be fine. Huh. We'll give the drink to Mary Jane then. And we'll send in Mary Jane. Mary Jane went outside. Let's hope she hurries back soon. We graciously agreed to fulfill the request. They thanked us for doing our civic duty and promised to be back with more information soon. Tad needs water. Timmy should eat something. Okay, so water for everyone. And food for Timmy. The tension in the shelter has been rising ever since the unfortunate panic attack and opening of our door incident. Dolores has been mad about this, and she's not giving it up. We will end up fighting unless we talk over. Should we? Yes. Oh my gosh, Ted is not looking good. Oh! The plant in the corner! It's growing right there. Dolores had to release some steam, that's all. We're all a bit tired, but hopefully this can be cured with a good night's sleep. Ted needs food. Timmy needs food. Alright, so food for everyone. When conducting our daily supply count, we noticed our soup can was missing. We're absolutely sure it was there just yesterday. That can only mean one thing. We have soup thief among us. Now we just need to figure out who the culprit is. Who ate the soup? It was Timmy. first Timmy denied it all, but he broke eventually spilled the beans, or to be more precise, the soup. He admitted that it was an accident, and sure enough there was a tomato flavor pool of red liquid behind the cupboard. What a waste. Ted is still sick. No longer hungry. Timmy got back to the shelter from his expedition looked fine, but it turned out that he had hurt his hand on a piece of rusty metal and the wound was infected. Doesn't look like it's healing up. We had to patch it. We don't have any of that. Oh, they're all looking like very weathered down. It's taking us a while to get rescued just because we don't have the map. And yeah, we're just not having any luck with that. The best medicine for any sickness or injury is to clench your teeth and ignore it. That's what our grandma always said. Of course, she's senile and has been for a while, ever since she got that nasty frog bite at the fine age of 25. Oh boy. That reclamation was risky business. We had to visit neighborhoods that were dicey even in the best of times. The area was full of mutated cats and dogs fighting each other in gangs, all of them armed to the teeth. We barely made it out of there alive. The agents seem to appreciate our efforts. Let's hope that these missions are actually worth it. Our budget is just about due for an upgrade. We're expecting the government's shelter to have an excellent bathroom, maybe even a hot tub. Drink water. And Mary Jane, this hurts. Water for everyone. Up. We heard some commotion above. I'm pretty sure it's a band of raiders. Venturing outside might be quite dangerous right now. Yeah, no, we're not sending anyone. What's that going on in your pockets, Timmy? Oh no, mutated ants? They're terrifying little mandibles almost gave Dolores a heart attack. She wants them out, but Timmy says it's the beginning of an atomic ant farm. One of them has to have a third wave, but who? Oh boy. We'll give Timmy. We'll give it to Timmy. The plants! Look at it! Beautiful plants and tasty. Timmy was allowed to keep his atomic ant farm to the detriment of our supply stash. The little mutants scattered, devoured a whole can of soup, and escaped under the cover of night. We're relieved they could have eaten us instead. Mary Jane may not have made it, but we're pretty sure she wants to get her injuries patched up. Alright. People are sick, but like... No, we're not doing, anything. Whoa, that plant Mary Jane has been tending to is growing like crazy. It's also glowing in the dark. We've never grown carrots or anything, so we're not sure if that's normal. Maybe it's a good time to collect whatever fruit they produce? This is a tough question. See, here's a little thing I'm worried about that plant, right? Like, what if it's like those warrior plants that like the carnivorous plants? Like they just go chomp? But also, in case that it does happen, we have soup. I'm debating this, so if to let it grow means to like not collect the fruits, right? So we'll let it grow a little bit more. 3 people are sick. Is that how plants are supposed to grow? No, it's not. Well, I feel like it wasn't the right time to cut the plant down, but we were wrong. It pretty much crumbled into ashes during the night. Our guess is that it was a new type of plant. If we discovered it, we could give it a name. Maybe something like 3 Mile. Chernoshima? Oh my gosh. That is hungry. Mary Jane is hungry. Food for everyone. Except for Timmy, because Timmy said that he didn't feel like eating. We heard some commotion above and we're pretty sure it's a band of raiders. Venturing outside might be quite dangerous right now. I don't think we send them today. Alarm! Someone is trying to break in and they're not alone. We better get ready or else we might end up dead or worse. We have this. Pacifist. We didn't think that a small padlock would stop them, but it turned out to be enough to discourage the unknown attackers. Seems that they gave this whole break-in a first shot, but ultimately gave up and left. Too bad that padlock is not in no shape to be used again. We need to think of other ways to fight off the bandits and other soup-hungry barbarians. We're taking a stand and showing these bandits who's in charge here. We're hoping they won't come back with more friends some other time. Where's water? No longer hungry. Alright, so tomorrow they get to eat and drink. Timmy gets to eat, everybody gets to have a drink. But he's eager to help. We'll send Timmy out. Yeah, we'll send Timmy out, and there probably is something that we can send him with to like help. The dreadful silence is becoming a boring, and like every happy model family, we don't have that many things to talk about. Is there anything we could do about that? Anything at all? How fortunate we took the radio with us. We could probably listen to some music. They still play music out there, don't they? Okay, water. And you know, we'll just food to everyone. It's not time, but we're sending Team A out. Oh, we can't send him with the suitcase. We'll send him with the checkerboard. The wounds. Oh no. Not the map. Not the map. But not the map. Bandits are at the door, promising us the worst fate we can imagine if we don't let them in. It's time to make a stand or surrender. We don't have anything to defend with. Mary Jane? The enemy stormed into our shelter, but instead of grabbing our supplies, they got Mary Jane. She put up a fight and kept biting her kidnappers fiercely. We hope they don't hurt her. And water tomorrow. Open in the name of freedom, came a shout from outside our door. We weren't sure who claimed to be our representing freedom, but we could hear it was a group of people, probably armed. Anyone who introduces himself like that is probably planning to kill someone in the name of freedom. Should we open? No, probably not. I really want them to survive. Like, we've been going so long. But, we stayed silent until the group on the other side of the door went away. They didn't show up afterwards, so we figured it was a wise thing to do. Let's just hope they don't come back in greater numbers. Alright, water for the two of them. Clearly, we're trustworthy after our last successful mission, as the ancients came back with another request. We are to generously provide either a couple of soup cans or some water bottles for ancients in the field. They'll take care of the delivery. In return, we'll be given an encouraging pat on the back and the promise of a better future in a safe government shelter. You know, it's taking a while. It's taking a while. Whoa! We'll do the soup, right? It's we're getting scammed. We're obviously getting scammed. I don't trust these guys. But you know, we don't have a lot of options available to us. Like, we potentially could have gotten rescued like several times. It's just we don't have the map. There is no rescuing us without the map. And I think we're just kind of stuck into it. Yeah, we're just kind of stuck into it, right? So we'll just go down this route and see where it takes us. We graciously agreed to fulfill the request. They thanked us for doing our civic duty and promised to be back with more information. During the night, we heard some suspicious sounds coming from behind our door. When we peeked out in the morning, we saw a letter suitcase. It has no address or name on it, but we're pretty sure it's meant for us. Should we open it? Yes. It was an innocent looking bottle of water, so we took a sip. We thought we got lucky, but it was all a lie. Either the water was irradiated, or it was some kind of biological weapon. It made us all feel pretty sick. Tomorrow they eat. If Sharkov considers our shelter its home now, we might as well try to get along. We could try to carry it around and pet it on the head. All cats like a good pet, and a Sharkov should hopefully be no exception. Otherwise, any attempt to touch the cat could lead to our untimely deaths. You know, Sharkov's with us, might as well become friendly with him, even though he's suspicious of being an agent. Oh my gosh, Ted is not looking the best. We actually rubbed its head before it ran away in panic. It was nice and soft. They said petting a fluffy animal is good for you. And sure enough, we feel slightly better. Who came up with this insane idea? This is a wild beast. It can't be tamed. The encounter has left us both physical and emotional scars. One thing's for sure, we won't ever try to pet it again. Sammy can sneak like a secret agent man, but that might not be enough to avoid the band of raiders camped near our shelter. We could probably assume he isn't coming back. Ted is hungry. Tomorrow they eat. We heard some commotion about. I'm pretty sure it's a band of raiders. Venturing outside might be quite dangerous. We're surviving. But they took Dolores. Oh no, instead of murdering us all and robbing our supplies like we expected them to, the bandits grabbed Dolores and pulled her out of the shelter, kicking and screaming. Damn you, bandits! Dolores will make you pay for this, we're sure of it. This isn't great for us. Today the music from the radios. No! Not the map! Not the map! Oh boy. We were sure we could find the location without a map, but we were wrong. Hopefully we'll get that one next time. Usually when Sharkov runs and jumps around the shelter like a furry maniac, all it leads to is a total chaos and destruction. This time we managed to uncover small wooden box in the dark corner of the shelter. Inside we found a perfectly good map. Might be outdated, but surely we found a use for it. Sharkov! We bow down to the cat. The cat is our savior. He literally gave us the one thing that we need. Hopefully we'll be able to survive now. Someone's out at the door. We're a bit scared, but maybe it's a friendly face of an American shoulder. Should we open? You know what? Do it. Do it. The VIP bunker? We were taken out of our home in the dark of night and hastily transferred to what the agents call a presidential bunker. It's amazing. Sure, the walls are similarly shade of gray, but now we have a whooping 20 square feet more to walk around while we die of boredom. The extra bucket and newspaper supply is nothing to sneeze at either. All in all, it's definitely an upgrade. Life here will surely be worth all the trouble we went through. Finally, we can sit, relax, and let somebody else empty the bucket for a change. 67 days in the shelter. Uh, 911 still on duty. That air. Big brother. Oh, because of the cats, I think. We didn't find Jesus. What? We didn't find Jesus? That's an event? Wanna buy a rock? I did wanna buy a rock. I'm kinda sad that we weren't able to. You reap what you sow. Oh. Trojan horse. Oh, the suitcase. Beautiful friendship. VIP paradise. We got an ending. May you survived maybe, but we got an ending. I was worried about falling to the bandits because I kept taking family members one by one, and the next time that they will raid, since we didn't have anything to defend ourselves with, I was worried that in essence I was game over because we were the last member standing. But a win's a win, even if it's a questionable win. Oh boy. But we survived for much longer. Honestly, I thought that going out into the wasteland with soup as an item that you give them to take would essentially give you alternative items like the map, being able to trade the soup for some of those items. But no, we kept getting more and more soup. It was interesting, but it was working. And the map, we could have been rescued. We could have ended this so much earlier if it wasn't because of that map, and that at the end the cat got the map for us. Hello, welcome to the stream. Today is gonna be a shorter stream though, and I'm essentially just kind of thinking over some of the shenanigans that happened in the run. That run took a while just because of the map. We were essentially held back by the map. That single item. Am I a real person? Damn, that's a very philosophical question. As far as I know, I am a person. Yeah, if the question is, am I AI? The answer is no. I can actually check the bots when it says, are you a robot? I can check the bots that no, I'm not a robot. Is that actually something that's been happening? Yeah, I heard stories about AI streamers becoming popular, but and I've seen some videos about it, but I'm not too sure how often that happens. They look kind of interesting though. I do like AI to a certain point, because it's just like it becomes very philosophical to a certain point. Because the way that you like see them try to like learn a reason, right? It's interesting. Uh, I talked about this. I think in other streams. Because okay, to give a little bit of context, right? So I studied art, right? And curiously enough, uh, you think that like studying art they will teach you like techniques or like oh, this is how you do this, right? But no, sometimes part of like studying art is studying the way that we think or like the psychology of things, right? And one of the things that we had to learn was the definition of intelligence. Like, what do you define as intelligence? And we even like reached the topic with like artificial intelligence. Um, Honestly, I don't think I will do a face reveal. Just because, like, part of the reason why I decided to go for like a VTuber model, right, was I get social anxiety, and for me, it's easier to be able to like interact with you guys in a more like natural manner by like quote unquote hiding behind the model, right? So yeah, and so like it's just easier for me to do it with the model than like to do it like with my own personal presence. Because if I had been like if I didn't have the social anxiety, maybe I would have like done it without the model. But like I also kind of like using the model. So right now I haven't made many modifications with. But I also like using the model because like it's so much easier to customize than like let's say my own physical presence, right? Because let's say I want to change my hair color, right? And to dye your hair, it's a very tedious process, right? Especially depending on the shade that you have, like your natural hair color, and the color that you're trying to like change to, right? Yeah. So it's just better, I think, for the model for me. Yeah. But I think I got sidetracked.
Thanks for listening to my TED Talk.
Yeah, it's just easier. Like because one of the things that happens with like social anxiety is that like I'll tend to like freeze up a bit, right? And so, oh, thank you for the follow. But yeah, I'll tend to freeze up, and that wouldn't work for stream, cause sometimes like being able to like talk about some of the shenanigans, like yeah, it wouldn't have happened with my actual self. Oh my gosh, when it came to swim classes, right, for like college, and like some of the classes require that you have your camera on. I will get out of those classes very stiff just because again I just tend to freeze up. So it was terrible when I had like that 4 hour class and I just had to be there like all stiff for 4 hours. Thankfully the teacher was gracious and he would give us breaks, but yeah, that was an interesting experience. Actually kind of, okay. So a little bit of a controversial take, but some people they didn't like the sim classes, right? Because they said that it wasn't like a good social interaction, right? But personally, I like them. Because again, because of the social anxiety, right? Being able to like be at home, but still be able to attend classes, it was nicer. Especially because like if you start to get bored or something like that, like you just face the camera, you just like look like you're not doing anything, right? But like if you have your like phone like on your desk and you're just kind of like scrolling with your arm, right? You can do that. Like they will know about it, which personally sometimes the classes will get like a little bit boring because the it's all very interesting, but um a little understimulating if that makes sense. But yeah. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Well, this is a little bit awkward because I was about to like in essence end stream, just because I am like keeping it like a short stream today because I do have to go somewhere today. But yeah, I mean, thank you guys for joining. Yeah, but hey, I'll be on tomorrow, and it'll probably be another short stream just because of things to do. Yeah, but I mean, I know that sometimes it's like, okay, personally, I do like to watch other streamers as well. And one of the reasons why I like to watch other streamers, at least personally, right, is sometimes as I'm watching, I'm doing things. So I do a lot of like handwork, for example, like crocheting, or stitching. And you know, as they're like playing or as I'm watching them, I'm doing this type of work, right? Because it could be kind of boring or tedious to do it, and like, but you can pay attention to something else mentally. So even if like they're not online, I do like to watch like some other previous streams, especially if they're like playing something that like I was looking forward to, like the Resident Evil remake. Would I ever do a face reveal? Um, it's quite unlikely to happen. I'll be honest. It is quite unlikely to happen because I don't see like too much to appeal for it. I mean, I could see like potentially like perhaps doing it. But like I feel it's kind of like radio. No, if it were to happen, I'll probably do it for myself, right? I feel like, yeah, like it'll be like a one-time thing, or it'll be just like a picture, right? But if I were to do it, it'd probably be something like that. And yeah, just think about it like kind of like radio, right? So you know when you listen to the radio, you don't really know like the faces of the hosts. You just hear their voices, right? Like you hear like what they're talking about, the topics that they bring up, right? And usually that's enough, right? In order to be able to enjoy the radio station, you don't like necessarily like need to be able to see them. But like so, since they like host events and that type of thing, like you sometimes you see their faces like from like advertisements that they do when they're gonna like be in person or host events. So I just kind of think of it similar, right? That like this is a little bit kind of like it's a little bit of a weird form of radio, right? Where like in essence, I just kind of like try to provide like maybe some audio or something in the background that you guys can like listen to or like watch passively, right? And if it came to it, like potentially that'd be like a face reveal, but like not in like, oh, that's the entire stream or like that's a video. It would just be something like chill. I do have a Twitter, and on the Twitter, like I posted a picture of my chinchilla, so it'd be kind of something like that, I think. But like, is it anytime soon? Probably not. It will be a little bit of an event, but not like, I don't think it'd be like a main event. Oh, is it because Twitter's kind of controversial? Although it's not called Twitter anymore, it's called X. I know. I use kind of Twitter because it's convenient for announcements, since it's kind of short. Like I did want to use Instagram at one point because like one of the main things that I use is kind of Instagram, like because it's very visual, like you scroll, but it doesn't do very well for like announcements. Because you can't just type in like, oh, this is happening or this is happening, right? It has to come into like a picture form, right? So I just kind of defaulted on Twitter for announcements, but if I could, I would have used Instagram. Hopefully, there's something that's like a better combination between the two that like allows you to like post images like Instagram, but like you're still able to do announcements like Twitter. We'll see what the new trend is, because a lot of the apps they just eventually like fall off popularity, like after a couple years. But yeah, so I do have to get ready to for the thing that I had to go to. But yeah, once again, thank you guys for joining me on today's stream. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good one.